Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monroe Stadium here in historic downtown Fredericksburg, Virginia. Tonight's battlefield is a matchup.
And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Monroe Stadium after 3 weeks away as we enter into the fourth quarter of the season. Tonight, the Yellow Jackets are true underdogs against an undefeated squad. The 8-0 Eastern View Cyclones take on your James Monroe Yellow Jackets in this late season Battlefield District clash here at Monroe Stadium. Hi, I'm Herman King alongside Bob Blackburn, bringing you tonight's game on Channel 18 and 83, Verizon Channel 41, and on the World Wide Web at www.regionalwebtv.com. And I said it all, Bob, and I didn't miss a tune.
You absolutely didn't. You're right on the money.
So the Yellow Jackets, tough chore tonight against this undefeated Eastern View team. And last Friday night, James Monroe suffered another loss in the 2017 season as the Cortland Cougars ran roughshod over the Yellow Jackets. 41-20 was the final score. The entire James Monroe team never got on track against Cortland as the offense was able to move the ball in spurts but could not consistently hurt the Cortland Cougars. Running back A.J. Johnson ran for 98 yards and Zach Davis tossed two touchdowns, passes to Chris Reeves-Williams, but other than that, there were no standouts for the James Monroe Yellow Jackets. Bob had a tough time last week on the road in a rival game at Cortland High School.
Yeah, they kept showing spurts of, they might do this, might do that, might break out, but typically in the Cortland game, man who scores first usually has more to show.
And the Yellow Jackets were unable to muster any offense in that loss against the Cortland Cougars, but could not consistently hurt the Cougars. Running back A.J. Johnson ran for 98 yards and Zach Davis tossed two touchdown passes to Chris Reeves-Williams. But other than that, there were no standouts for the Yellow Jackets. Defensively, James Monroe had little resistance for the Cortland run game. Cougars went out early with a 27-0 lead and iced the Jackets from there. Despite the loss, James Monroe sits comfortably in the Region B playoffs in the third seed right now. Go figure, Bob.
Yeah, I know that. My wife was asking me tonight. She says, "What, playoffs?" Okay. I said, "Oh yeah."
So Coach Survey and his staff are surely preaching consistency and righting the ship before the postseason. James Monroe team has an opportunity to make a run in the playoffs, but there needs to be consistency in all phases of the game. I don't know. I think I've said consistency about 5 times in this pregame write-up, and that's the key to their success tonight. They have to be persistent, consistent, and they've got to cut down on minimize the mistakes and execute well to beat this well-oiled machine called the Eastern View Cyclones.
Yeah, I don't know where the feeling came from, but I felt like they might be upset on we'll see.
Our national anthem here at Monroe Stadium. national anthem, and the band was quite loud tonight here at Maury Stadium. So tonight, James Monroe plays an undefeated, tough-nosed ball club in Eastern View, who is coming off of a bye. And the Cyclones will be poised and ready to continue their winning ways tonight here at Maury Stadium. Eastern View, Bob, is undefeated and untested this season as they have rolled off 8 straight games, scoring at least 42 points in every game this season. Head coach Greg Hatfield's team is ready to make a run in the 4A playoffs. Thank goodness we won't see them again.
Yeah, my goodness.
Eastern View is quarterbacked by 6 foot, 180-pound junior Matt Lowry. Lowry runs his spread offense efficiently as a major threat in the air and on the ground. In the backfield, he is flanked by running back Trey Holmes, a receiver. Eastern View features a tall 6'3" receiver in Zach Thomas and a smaller but deadly slot receiver in Diego Hunter. This is the guy you got to watch.
Yeah, they look like they have a star in every spot. Anyway, James Monroe, I don't know whether they won the toss or not, but they did receive, and they've got the ball out to about the 21.
So 1st and 10 for James Monroe as they get set to play this tough Eastern View team. I'm glad to welcome you alongside tonight here on the regionalwebtv.com. And if you are able to actually watch the game. Here we go, 1st and 10 for James Monroe. Davis, the quarterback, man in motion to the near side of the field. And it's going to be Davis, and it's going to be picked off, I think. Did he get inside? Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't bode too well, but
no.
Wow. Give them the ball inside the 30.
So that defender stepped right in there, Bobby, out-positioned the receiver. And just like that, Eastern View coming up with turnover number 1 early in this first quarter here at Maury Stadium. So the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10 at the James Monroe 23-yard line. Spread offense. You got 2 receivers to both sides of the field. And I thought I saw a flag and a nice hit down inside. Gain of about 5 yards down to about the 17-yard line. And penalty number 1 against the Cyclones. Illegal shift in that backfield. And that's going to push the ball back to about the 29-yard line. Boy, I've had a busy day today. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
So 1st and 15 yards to go. And a run, and a lot of missed tackles finally taken down inside by, is that number 5 for the Yellow Jackets?
That would be Coghill, yes.
Chris Coghill in on the stop for James Monroe, setting up a 2nd down and about 13 yards to go.
Senior Charlie Fry on the tackle.
2nd, 13 yards to go for the Cyclones at the James Monroe 28-yard line. Quarterback operating from the pistol formation. Man in motion to the near side. Fakes a handoff. It's going to be a pass. That tall receiver unable to connect. He was wide open.
Wasn't he?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, and he is tall.
Nice ball thrown that time by the Matt Lowry, the 6-foot junior quarterback. Left-hand quarterback.
Yeah, I thought I noticed that.
Yep.
So watch him when he rolls left, right? Yeah, you can tell these guys have talent at every spot on that field. Second down for Eastern View. Have a connection outside. He's got it, and he's close to the end zone.
Got into the end zone, huh, Bob?
Yeah, it looks like about a 27 yard or something like that.
I was distracted momentarily. That means you can't take your eye off this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, they have a lot of ways to get you.
They'll score just like that. Extra point attempt here by Easton View. There's a snap to hold. The kick, it's up. It's straight enough, and it is good. Timeout on the field, just getting underway here in this opening quarter. 10:40 to go. It's Easton View 7, James Monroe nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back to Murray Stadium. Yellow Jackets. Easton View kick it off to James Monroe. On a return for the Yellow Jackets. Got a wall set up on the near side. Nice blocking. Exploding out near midfield where he steps out of bounds at the James Monroe 45-yard line. Those are the type of plays the Yellow Jackets need to stay even with this Easton View team.
Yeah, special teams play a special role tonight. I believe that. But it was A.J. Johnson, and, if he'd have gotten just another step, I think he'd have been gone.
Could have been gone. So Easton View a little bit Monroe, Bob, on that kickoff return. Yellow Jackets first and 10 from that 45-yard line. Zach fakes handoff, runs right into our Easton View player. That's number 77 in on the stop.
Yeah, he didn't go for that fake at all, did he, Herman?
No, not at all. Jeff Stalling, 6'2", 290, 10th grader, in on the stop for the Cyclones. No gain on that play, setting up a second down, and 11 yards to go for James Monroe. You got 4 wideouts operating from the pistol. Zach Davis, a handoff, and that's going to be number 23, K.J. Conaway. Conaway kind of looked at that hole, Bob, and he stopped. He who hesitates is lost.
How quick that defensive line is. I tell you what, they have been closing the holes up.
And that defensive front for Easton View are huge. Third down, 10 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets, and I think they can pass on this team, despite the interception early. Yellow Jackets, and a handoff and a minimal gain on that play of about a yard. So the Yellow Jackets with a 4th and about 9, and Coach Survey sending out his punting unit.
That was A.J. Johnson, and if there's any running room out there, he'll find it. But I tell you, at the same time, the size of the Cyclones on that D line, they are really closing fast.
So Easton View, dangerous return man back for the Cyclones, standing at his own 25-yard line. Chris Cargill, the punter, standing at his 35-yard line. Needs a nice snap here. High snap. Cargill goes up and gets it. Gets off a nice punt. On a return, 25 up the middle, making people miss. Running to his own man. He's going to go. At the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow.
85-yard punt return by Easton View. They are for real, Bob.
Yes, indeed.
And that was our buddy on the return there for Easton View. Was that Diego Hunter, number 3?
Diego Hunter, okay.
85-yard punt return The only person that hit him was his own man.
Yeah, and he tried his best to get out of the way.
Extra point attempt here by the Cyclones. Snap the hold. The kick is up. And it's no doubt about it, it is good. Timeout on the field, 8:23 to go in this first quarter. Our score, Eastern View 14, James Monroe nothing. Back after this timeout. Welcome back to Maury Stadium as Eastern View set to kick off the James Monroe 14-0 if you're just joining us. And it's going to be a kick taken at the 5. And a nice defensive play. Actually coverage by Eastern View. Return out to the 25-yard line.
Wow, he just took his feet right out from under him. And there wasn't any doubt he was going down.
Textbook tackle.
Yeah.
Right around the ankles.
It's so strange to, I don't know what the record is between these two schools.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like JM has the edge, but
I don't remember them beating James Monroe.
I don't either. No. And, tonight it's like,
yeah, where did this come from?
Wow.
To have Eastern View to come in here and dominate James Monroe like this. Zach Davis, the quarterback, under center. Drops back to throw the football, swing pass, and a nice reception. And nice catch out to about the 25-yard line. Short gain on that passing play.
Yeah, it almost looked like a check down or something. Yeah. I can't imagine that a short pass like that was what
and it only got him back to the line of scrimmage, so second down and 10 yards to go for James Monroe. Might have to stretch the field here a little bit, Bob.
Yeah.
Passing down here, they got two men back there to block. They're going to give it off to Conaway. Conaway around the right side, still on his feet, but all of that running was laterally, Bob, toward the sideline. Didn't pick up much yardage going upfield, maybe a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, we're going to have to get imaginative here on play calling, because I tell you one thing, these guys up there on that front, they get over there.
So here we go, third down. And about 7 yards to go for James Monroe. Now we're getting a timeout. Yellow Jackets taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We need one here in the press box, too. 7:08 to go. First quarter action here at Maury Stadium. Eastern View 14, James Monroe nothing. Back after this.
Basketball season is right around.
Welcome back to Maury Stadium. The Yellow Jackets taking a timeout. Got to do something here, Bob, on third down.
Yeah, they need to get that initial first down and realize they can do that.
You got isolation on the near side here. Nice tall receiver for James Monroe. Let's see if Davis will select to go to this side of the field. It's a running play. The hole was there, but it closed quickly.
Also on the reverse around the outside. No gain on the play.
That's number 6 for JM. We don't usually.
Austin. Yep. Zion Austin on the run for James Monroe. 5'9", 164 senior. And the Yellow Jackets once again for the second time in a row in punt formation here. You got to kick it away from this number 3.
Indeed.
Diego Hunter, 5'7", 165 senior. This guy is the real deal. Cargill kicks it away, and you got to cover. He picks it up, still making people miss, but a nice coverage downfield by James Monroe. Excellent field position for Easton View, 1st and 10 at their 47-yard line.
Yeah, let's see that. Let's see if the D can come up and stop him on a regular.
Brother Smith. Good seeing you.
How you do?
Another teacher at James Monroe.
There you go.
So 1st and 10 for Easton View at their 47-yard line. 4 wideouts. Quarterback from the pistol, run up the middle. And a touchdown saving tackle by number 21, Bob. Chase Sproul saved the touchdown into JM territory. I'm sorry.
I'm just amazed at the holes these guys are getting. Wow.
Huge offensive line, great blocking down in the trenches. 1st and 10 for Easton View, and again into the secondary. And it's going to be another long touchdown run. It's going to be a 41-yard touchdown run for Easton View. Boy, it's been a long time, Bob, since I've seen a team beat up on James Monroe like this.
Yeah, it's almost like it's easy.
I mean, I can look at the Cortland game last week and wasn't quite this bad so early.
Yeah, how many yards was that one?
41 yards.
41
touchdown run. Extra point attempt here by Easton View. And the Yellow Jackets, the extra point is good again. So perfect with the extra points. Timeout on the field, 5:58 to go. First quarter action, Easton View 21, James Monroe nothing.
I tell you what.
Welcome back. Familiar situation here. Easton View kicking off to James Monroe. In a way-in kick taken at the 7, 10, 15. Nice return out to about the 33-yard line. So Yellow Jackets have had decent field position, Bob, but just unable to mount anything offensively.
Yeah, AJ's getting most of his yardage tonight on kickoffs and not punts, but kickoffs.
So the Yellow Jackets break huddle, trailing 21-0. This Easton View team. Well, between scores, Bob, it was 18 seconds. Is that what the guy said? So they score fast and often. He has a man, and he turned the wrong way. Receiver was looking inside. Zach Davis threw it outside. He had to contort his body and unable to come up with that catch, but he had him beat by a couple of steps.
Yeah, that would have been a sweet one if he got it.
So that falls incomplete. First down, make it second down and 10 yards to go. Next week, Bob, we will be ending the regular season. Isn't that something?
Time flies when you're having a good time.
Yeah. And we'll be back here at Maury Stadium next Friday night. Caroline Cavaliers come to town. Zach Davis, handoff, and a nice run. Picked up about 4 yards on that run. That's Johnson on the carry.
Yeah, I think a draw play here and there probably will get some yardage for you because they're expecting JM to pass a lot now.
And believe it or not, Bob, that 4-yard run was the longest run tonight by James Monroe.
Oh, my, as they used to say.
I mean, looking at that defensive front there for Eastern View, they are pretty stout down up front there. Third down, 5 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jackets, nice run into the secondary, across midfield, down into Eastern View territory.
First down.
Yes. That's by far the longest run from the line of scrimmage
flag
tonight.
down.
Probable holding call against the Yellow Jackets.
Yep,
yes,
you called it.
That's going to bring it back. Well, I guess when you hold like that, Bob, you can get some good holes down in there.
Well, they have to just be a little more discreet, huh?
Yeah, don't hold this long.
Yeah, right. Just long enough for AJ to get through.
James Brown said you got to hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit it. That's a shame because I think they need to get a little bit of confidence here.
Third and about 13 yards to go for James Monroe. Ball at their 29-yard line. Trips to the far side of the field. Quarterback takes a straight drop, and he throws it off the wrong foot, intended for Ryan. Aidan Ryan, the intended receiver. Some mechanics sometimes by Zach. Needs a little work.
Yeah, I think he's still shell-shocked with the rush that's coming in every time.
And certainly not putting blame on anyone, but if we want to make him the best quarterback that he can be, it's some quarterback mechanics need just a little work. Chris Cargill back to punt for James Monroe. High snap, and it's going to be blocked.
Going in
Took a long time, and it's going to be fallen on in the end zone. And no indication. It's going to be a safety. The best thing about that, the Yellow Jackets fell on the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it saved them 5 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a high snap. Chris Cargill had to go up and retrieve that football. That threw his timing off, and thus the rush was right on him, and they blocked that. And it went into the end zone, so you got to credit some JM player, Bob, back there who fell on it.
Yeah, the person that was in the lead was a Eastern View player, and he got it. It kind of squirted out from under him, and luckily the JM player fell on it.
Yes.
And, like I said, saved 5 points, and
so 23-0. And I was telling one of the coaches today that it will probably be a lopsided game favoring Eastern View, but what you look for is that your players play hard and don't give up.
Exactly, and I thought maybe we could sneak up on them, but these guys are so talented.
Yeah, they're good.
They're just pure skill.
They're everything we thought they would be, and leading right now 23-0.
I heard some talk about state championship over there by the thing, and if somebody's better than they are, I would like to see that. A very good team.
Eastern View High School, located in Culpeper County. Battlefield District member, Class 4, Region 4B. Take it out to 25, 30, 35, 40. Weaving his way through and pulled down behind. And who was that masked man that pulled him down? That was number 5 for the Yellow Jackets, Chris Coggill. Saved a touchdown.
Yeah, we mentioned Chris's name a couple times tonight, so he's out there playing hard.
He hasn't given up. So 1st and 10 for Easton View at the 47-yard line. They have excellent field position on every possession thus far.
Yeah, it's like they could, they have to score from further out, right? That always helps.
1st and 10.
Whoops.
And a nice tackle by number 21, Chase Brown. It looks like every tackle is a touchdown-saving tackle, Bob, and that's not good.
Not good at all, no.
Gain of 8 yards on that running play right up the middle. 2nd and 2 yards to go. Quarterback hands it off. That's number 24, Jalen Vinny, 5'11", 185 junior on the carry. Down to the James Monroe 40-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Cyclone.
They moved the chain on the far side. All of the plays coming in from the Culpeper Easton View bench. Head coach Greg Hatfield. He's a fighter from way back.
Oh, yeah.
The Hatfields, you remember.
Got down with the McCoys and came east.
That's right. Came across the mountain.
Yeah, right.
Incomplete pass, stopping the clock with 3:47. They are human.
Yeah, no kidding.
They missed the pass. So the Yellow Jackets just don't give up. Continue to play hard. No one really expected you to come into this game and win, but we certainly don't want to see anybody quitting out there. Just give it your best shot. 2nd, 10 yards to go. Quarterback operating from the pistol. Handoff again. And the ball comes out, and I think Easton View might have gotten it back. When that ball hits the ground, normally, those big guys, Kyle Smith for Easton View, Bob, 6'4", 300. Some kind of way they seem to come up with that loose ball.
You're no kidding. They got these long bodies that can reach out and grab them.
And they're just plain old strong, too. 3rd down and 4 yards to go for Easton View at the James Monroe 34-yard line. Quarterback from the pistol. Handoff. That's going to be number 4. Bouncing to the outside. And a nice block. Springs him. He turns the corner on the far side. Finally taken down by Brandon Woolridge. But that was number 24. Veening on the carry.
He's just giving number 3 a break.
Yes. They keep them fresh in that backfield, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And like I said, if they gave it to Holmes every play, he could probably score on half of them.
I'm sorry, I said Veeney, but it was Trey Holmes. And a pass across the middle, slant pattern reception is good. Boy, my goodness. Slant pattern across the middle into the end zone for the pass. And what was that, Bob, about a 10-yard touchdown pass?
But maybe a little better than that. Let's see. Seems like it was out of maybe the 15 at the most.
Yeah. All right, we'll say 15. Extra point attempt here by Easton View. 29-0 to score. Snap to hold. The kick by Easton View. It is up. And this kicker remains perfect. Timeout again, 2:51 to go in this opening quarter. 30-0 our score. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Morris Stadium. 2:51 to go in this opening quarter. What's the earliest, Bob, we've had a running clock?
You mean against us or for us?
Either way, it's been a long time.
Well, it would have to be in the second half, though, right?
I don't know. Did they have a running clock in the first half? If you get a certain point margin?
I'm wondering that, but I kind of don't think.
Okay.
Don't think, but you know me. my copy of the rule book I lost a long time ago.
Yeah, well, you and I read out the same one. Kicks it to a vacant spot, retrieved back inside the 5, and he runs into a couple of Eastern View players out across the 15 to about the 19-yard line.
20-yard line versus heading for the Yellow Jackets.
Don't see anybody quitting yet, Bob.
No, I think you know, I admire what they're doing, but they have a tall order in front of them, don't
Yes.
they? They really do.
Zach Davis is trying to figure out something that will work against this tough Eastern View defense. Davis, 6'5", 180 junior. Got 3 receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the near. Davis dropping back 5 steps, plants, gets away, throws a pass, and it's going to be picked off again. My goodness, when it rains, it pours. And that's number 25 coming up with the interception. That's Noah Proctor.
Now A.J. Johnson hustled over there and made the initial tackle. Yeah.
That ball was deflected.
Something was weird about it because it looked like he had somebody spotted. And
Good. I thought it was going to be a completion, but Noah Proctor stepped in there and picked it off. Eastern View with the football at the James Monroe 20-yard line. 30-0 outscore, and Eastern View, they're looking for more. That's going to be number 4 on the carry, and the Yellow Jackets finally rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I think Conaway decided he would get in that backfield before they got any kind of start. Nice job.
Davon Cumberbatch, 5'9", 149 junior. You know, to stop for the Yellow Jackets, I think. Or am I seeing things? Probably seeing things. Minute 55 to go in this first quarter. It's been all Eastern View. Quarterback looking to throw the football, feels the pressure, and he's going to be hit and knocked down. Nice coverage on the line of scrimmage by the Yellow Jackets. Lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, they may be getting used to this here and getting tired of it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to fight, Bob.
Absolutely.
You know, like that little mouse in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down and long, facing Eastern View. Play coming in from the Eastern View bench. Minute 14 and counting down here in this opening quarter. 30-0. Cyclones over the Yellow Jackets. And that's going to be a run. And knocked out of bounds right around the 12-yard line. And that's going to be shy of picking up the first down. We get a flag on the play. No flag. Yes, holding call against Eastern View, Bob. We'll take a couple of those.
Yeah. A couple of those at a time, right? Making a 30-yard penalty.
Kind of even things up a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Penalty against Eastern View. Coming into tonight's football game, undefeated at 8-0. Yellow Jackets 3-5. 3rd down and about 20 yards to go for the Cyclones. Quarterback looking to throw the football, steps up and he's going to be sacked. Good job, yes.
6'1", 255 senior.
ID those guys. Let's see.
Tyrone Greenhalbaugh was one of the
you got
guys.
him in there? Yeah. And Hampton, I think, was in there also.
Yes. So Easton View faced with a 4th down, the first punt of the football game with 22 seconds remaining.
Watching
15 seconds.
They'll make a sky-high punt here. They'll have to call a fair catch, I'm sure.
Let's see if they'll get this punt off. And he angles it out of bounds. And let's see where they will spot it. They're walking back this way. Out to the 15-yard line. So nice angle punt. Anytime you kick it inside the 20, you're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, no kidding.
So the Yellow Jacket with 3 seconds left in his opening quarter. And we'll see. I know they want the books closed on this opening quarter here.
Yeah, I would think.
Trailing 30-0 because I've seen them pick up a little bit out there. So 1st and 10, Yellow Jacket will have time to run off one play here.
Davis under center here in the eye.
Davis under center. Gets the snap, turns, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson into the secondary, out near the 35-yard line. Best play from the line of scrimmage tonight by James Monroe, Bob.
Yeah, that's the first down gained on one play.
And the most yardage they've had tonight on one play. That's going to end the first quarter play here at Maury Stadium on a cool fall night. I'll score Easton View 30, James Monroe nothing. Bob and I will be back after this timeout. Yellow Jackets long pass up the sideline and through the hands of an open receiver. Zion Austin was open, and a great ball, Bob, by Zach Davis.
Yeah, it looked like a pro play there.
Yes.
You know, he broke in the open there, and you just couldn't quite connect.
I've seen it a number of times. Zach has thrown a good ball, but some of the receivers have a problem adjusting to that football. I don't know whether it's the lights or what it is, but they seem to lose the football.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out why, but yeah, he may have looked back in the light and gotten the flash.
So incomplete pass, stopping the clock. 11:54 to go. Second down and 10 yards to go. Zach under center, a run. And a Johnson on the carry for James Monroe. Got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and 10 yards to go for James Monroe. 11:38 and counting down here early in this second quarter.
Let's see if JM could come up with a third down play. You know, they know it's a pass because they'll be lining up to come in.
Davis. Well, not anything against number 14, Bob. Turner White for the Yellow Jackets, but you know, you got to kind of poke out your chest a little bit when you come across the middle and get those passes.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're going to get hit. So I've always heard coaches say, so you might as well catch the football.
You might as well.
Because you're going to get hit anyway.
Yep. Looks like we're in another punting situation, and They got to get down the field because if they kick it near number 3, he's gonna.
Got to kick it away from number 3. Cargill standing at his 25-yard line. And here come the Eastern View team. It's going to be a squib kick. And the Yellow Jackets
get a nice roll.
Nice roll. Yes, down at the Eastern View 19-yard line. Flag on the play. Penalty marker back up at the 49-yard line in Eastern View territory. Don't know what that's all about. Did you see what that was all about, Bob?
I haven't seen him get there. Holding Eastern View.
Give me a little test there, Carlos.
Test.
He's on the air. So 11:06 to go here in this second quarter. Down by 30. What do you do? Come on, Coach.
Got to keep fighting.
Carlos Evans, James Monroe High School basketball coach, and we're going to talk to Carlos here in a little bit after this first down play by Eastern View. Cyclones at their 10-yard line, operating a spread offense, quarterback in a pistol formation. Gets the snap, drops back, rifles a pass, wide open guy in the middle. And this guy's dangerous whether he's on a punt return, kickoff, or just receiving the football.
Yeah.
He's dangerous on a basketball court also.
Is he a great basketball player as well?
He's a great athlete.
Carlos, is great having you. Good seeing you. And have you guys started practicing?
Well, trials officially November the 6th.
Okay.
So we've been doing a lot of off-season conditioning and work, so I'm excited about this group.
First and 10 for the Cyclones. Quarterback, left-handed quarterback, rolls out of the pocket, throws a pass that could be picked off, and it is. Yellow Jackets with the interception. Brandon Woolridge. The old tip drill.
Yep. And that's Jam's first turnover there.
I don't need to get excited yet, being down 30-0, but I see Mr. Moe swinging just a little bit in favor of James Monroe. And I was telling the defensive coordinator out there, James Monroe, that all he wants for his players is to play hard and never quit.
Absolutely. A little passion goes a long way.
That's right. First and 10 for James Monroe on the interception. Zach Davis dropping back, flushed out of the pocket, going to run to his left, throws the ball against his body, and it's going to be a shoestring catch.
I was wondering whether he scooped that or not, but looks like he made it.
Yeah. That's the way you used to catch it, Bob.
Hey, listen, I used to chase my own fumbles and interceptions all over the field.
Carlos, he was a quarterback. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, he licks his fingers the whole broadcast.
Maybe that's what made the ball slippery. I don't know what it was. All right.
He's thinking go deep. I know you, Bob.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Yellow Jackets. Davis dropped back. Looking, fires a pass, and he had a man that is over the head of the intended receiver. That's Johnson, A.J. Johnson, the intended receiver on that play. Low contact, but a good defensive play in that secondary.
I tell you what, Johnson's not that tall a target, but if he had caught that ball, I'm sure he would have scored.
Yes. So Zach has a great arm. And that time, a little bit off target on connecting with A.J. Johnson. It falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 9:46 to go in this first half. Yellow Jackets trips to the near side of the field, operating from the pistol. Zach Davis, the quarterback, the junior, drops back, looking to his right. Pressure again, cuts it back inside, gets away, throws a pass, and it was nearly picked off. Number 5 stepped right into it. Cohen King had a chance to pick it off.
Third down and 3.
Yeah, I like to see them mix it up a little more.
Yeah, me too.
Don't try to get it all back at once.
Carlos, we know you coach, played basketball. Did you play football too?
I played football.
You
one
look
year.
like a corner.
I was corner and receiver. Freshman year, they didn't let me play. I just kept my basketball. It's my favorite sport. A lot of people don't know that. Football is my favorite sport. I just played basketball. I know it. But going to Alabama, I mean, it is football.
It's football,
it's football every day. Yeah.
A little roll tide.
Absolutely. My daughter would get mad at that because she just graduated from Auburn. So.
Oh, okay.
The feud is real.
That's right. Incomplete pass, flag on the field. You're going to be a tripping penalty against the Yellow Jackets. Well, it makes this touchdown play longer, that's all.
You're going positive on us?
Oh, yeah. Not being negative anymore.
That's it. But
third down and about 18 yards to go. Zach looking, pumps. And a fly pattern. The receiver stopped his route. Austin, the intended receiver, you got to stay in that route, don't you?
yeah, absolutely. Reeves Williams isn't out there tonight. Is he injured or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I seen him on the sideline. 15.
Yeah. 15.
Chris Reeves Williams. You did see him, Carlos?
Yes, he was sitting on the sideline. He wasn't dressed though.
Okay.
He's one of my basketball guys too. So I gotta.
You could follow him around a little bit, right?
Yes.
6'1" forward for you.
Yes, sir. Run through a wall.
All right. Fourth down, punting down. Chris Cogill standing inside his own 30 at about the 28-yard line. 9:27 to go, and it was contact.
Yeah.
That was running into. There's the flag. You got to pop him. So return back out near midfield, but a flag was thrown. It's going to be a running into the kicker penalty. Come on, ref. We do a roughing penalty here. You're going to get a partisan broadcast here, Carlos.
I'm all for it.
We jam to the bone.
You know, I had a pleasure listening to y'all every Friday. This is the first game I've been to, but I enjoy. I used to listen to the radio all the time when I could make it to our games back home. So just listening and watching y'all is like better than being at the games.
Oh, thank you.
You got money?
Here's a cheeseburger for you. We feed. Look, Bob. We feed them well here in the press box.
Absolutely, yeah.
To say nice things about us. So fourth down.
I have to kick
and
it
about
again.
14 yards. Number 44 checking in. Noah Thompson, 6-footer, 224, senior. And look at the gunners out here. Number 24 for the Yellow Jackets. A.J. Johnson.
Good snap.
And
nice
kick. And the smart thing is you got to kick it away from number 3. You can't allow Hunter to kill you back there on the return.
That's what the sidelines are for, right?
So this time of year, what do? You are allowed to practice basketball.
Yes, we're allowed to practice. Well, we can't consider it a practice. It has to be conditioning, which we don't really run any sets or plays. Okay. It's a lot of weightlifting. We just got out of a fall league at Potomac High School in Woodbridge, so that was good for the guys. I just try to get them to build a continuity at this point of the season.
All right, looking at the Battlefield District, Carlos, who's favorite?
I think everybody would think we're the favorite.
Really?
But I'm smart enough to know that nothing's going to be given, and I try to tell the guys that too.
And you don't want that tag on your back early, do you?
I accept it.
Yeah, okay. So Hunter on the carry, lost some yards on that running play. I don't want to be premature in saying this, but I mentioned it early, but Yellow Jackets seem to be playing just a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they got to the point. It was like a turning point. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
How bad is this? How bad can it get? Let's play like you don't care.
That JM pride.
Yeah, they starting to settle in defensively. We still have to put up some points though.
Second down and about 17 yards to go. Run into the JM secondary. It's going to be a foot race out across the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
Wow, that's the quarterback.
Matt Lowry. Lowry on the carry out to the 34-yard line. Well, that's got to make a defensive coordinator pull his hair out.
Yeah. It seems to be the name of the game this year. You have to have a quarterback that can pass and throw, and this guy can do it.
That spread offense, he's been excellent. Yellow Jackets staying at home. That's the aggressiveness we want to see.
There you go. Pass and run is what I really meant to say.
So, Carlos, give us those dates again when you have your first. Do you do preseason?
We do. We have. I don't even have those dates with me. The first regular season game is November the 28th against Washington Lee, and that's at home.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're hosting our first Christmas tournament this year, so that should be exciting.
That's real nice. Second down and 8 yards to go for Easton View. Quarterback slant pattern, and
was he open or what?
And that's Zach Thomas coming up with the reception and the rack yards. Caught that right around the JM 48, advanced it down to the 41. So
starting to speed it up.
Yeah, and it takes a man to catch him coming across the middle too. So first and 10 for Easton View at the JM 42-yard line. Run up the middle into the secondary. Running over JM players down near the 30-yard line. They'll spot it at the 30. Move the chains on the far side. Bob, did we ever get, we can ask Carlos this.
Okay.
I mean, this guy is a man of many talents.
Okay.
We were talking about a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a chain over there? And they say, sometimes they say chain or chains. Which is it?
It's one chain holding them together, so I would say it's a chain.
Right.
Okay, so from now we know.
We know it's a chain, right?
Absolutely.
But I've heard folks say, even on the college and professional level, say we're going to bring the chains out.
Yes. It's one chain with two markers on the end of it.
With links.
Absolutely.
Right. All right. So it's subtle, Bob.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, glad I can help.
Yeah.
So stoppage of play out there as Easton View gets its play from its bench. 7 minutes to go under center. Counting down here in this second quarter. 30-0 Easton View. Cyclones want more. Some confusion out there on the field. Now they seem to be getting set. Quarterback busted play. He's going to run the football, bounces to the outside, cuts it back inside, and steps out of bounds on the far side of the field after picking up 16 yards on that gallop around the right side.
A quarterback changed that play, when it's a busted play or they're confused, he just took off.
He took off.
It was a smart move.
Improvise. So Easton View just chipping away here. Yellow Jackets got to dig in here. I mean, it's got to be some pride at stake here.
Some fire. Give them, sometimes it takes one guy to get everybody else going.
So now we're getting a timeout. Easton View taking a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. 6:37 to go in this first half here at Maury Stadium. Battlefield District competition. Cyclones out in front, 30-0. We'll be back after this.
I love it.
Welcome back to the friendly confines of Maury Stadium. 6:37 to go. 30-0. Cyclones with a 1st and 10 at the James Monroe 14-yard line. Run up the middle, contact right around the 2-yard line. When your safeties and corners are coming up and making tackles, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and that play was well designed as a little counter play, and that hole was huge.
Think I could have gotten through it.
I'd been through it.
I doubt it.
You've been through it, spiking the ball by now.
Here we go. Cut back to the inside. Nice defensive play.
Hey.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets coming up big. Number 23, that's KJ Conaway. Yellow Jackets football. That's what we were talking about. Thank you, Carlos. And Bob, you all guys were talking about, you got to step up.
And they did that time, and so now 2 turnovers for the D, and maybe they'll pick it up.
And you know what? When you play hard, you get rewarded.
That's so true. Run into the ball, and it takes everybody. This is an ultimate team sport.
That's right. And it's nothing like playing with people that are excited about playing like you are.
Yes. So true. 99 yards to give everybody confidence.
Hey, here we go.
We're back. 6:02 to go. Yellow Jackets 1st and 10 at their 2-yard line. Got to get the ball away from the shadows of their own goal post, and that's a nice run out near the 5-yard line. Then Eastern View took it away.
It looked like he stopped his forward progress.
They got to blow it dead. Yeah, because his forward progress was stopped. Yes, that's the call.
The Eastern View teammates were signaling touchdown already.
Somebody was telling me about this kid, number 3 he did the same thing in another game. He has this tendency to come and steal the ball.
Yes.
When there's contact made, he'll come in and take it away from you. We were just talking about that. Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground. And that's what you got to do. You've got to get away from your own goalpost. And the Yellow Jackets advancing the ball out to about the 5-yard line now. Still 3rd and about 7 yards to go. 5:14 and counting down here. In the 9th game of the regular season.
Time
What a
flies.
season blew by.
Yeah, really.
And it looks like the Yellow Jacket will have a 2nd season. Playoffs.
Anything can happen.
It might have a home game. You don't know.
Wow.
4:52 and counting down. The Yellow Jackets got to get it out of there, and a nice run out to about the 9-10-yard line. Is that going to be just a little bit shy of picking up a 1st down?
Surprised they didn't throw that possession.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time left in this half.
4.5 minutes remaining in this first half here at Monroe Stadium. Do you like color? I'm sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
I was going to say they need to get this punt out of there.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just saying, Carlos, you from Alabama. Traditionally great football state. How do you measure high school football around this area to what you have seen in the past in Alabama?
I was actually surprised. I think the JM community is as passionate as, I hate to say this, but you can break into houses back home because everybody at the games on Friday night. And when I first got here, because I stayed in Stafford prior to moving to this area, and it's not as big, but the passion is there for football in this area.
We were out at Cortland last Friday, Bob and I. And the tradition of high school football, James Monroe having 4 state championships.
Yeah.
Cortland had 4.
Yeah,
Spotsylvania had 3 or 4.
Right.
Wow. So right in this area, you got a total of 11. Penalty marker.
Eastern View jumped off, I think.
Yes, offsides.
Too bad it's not 4th and 5.
I know it.
Extending his drive.
Give the punter a little more room.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to be careful kicking it to Hunter, though.
And a couple of times Cargill had to go up and grab the snap out of the air, so we need a good snap here. Chris Cargill standing in his end zone gets a good snap. And again, he kicked it into him. And it's again the Yellow Jackets that they thought that's going to be a touchdown. Somebody from Eastern View fell on that football. Cargill is a young fella and a good football player. But that time he's going to have to point that football in another direction. So that's the second block punt tonight for Eastern View. But they'll score any kind of way, don't you? Number 20 in for the extra point. This guy's been perfect. Garrett Hutchison, 6'2", 175, 10th grader, in for the extra point attempt here. The snap, the kick, it's down and up. And it is good again. Guy remains perfect. Timeout on the field. 3:37 to go. 37-0. Back after this.
Extra point good. 37-0. 3:37 to go in the first half.
Welcome back. 3:37 to go. Eastern View cruising here in the first half. We're not even going to pull out our records sheet.
Right.
This is one I don't want to look at. Maybe. No, I'm not going to say it. Hits a vacant spot, trickles into the end zone.
First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Aiden Ryan, the return man, kind of watched it trickle into the end zone.
Yeah,
He'd fall on that thing or something.
I thought he was going to grab that thing and take off, but
we got a score. I think a score would really help us.
Yeah. The longer the better.
So we talked about basketball, Carlos, and you're anticipating a new, fresh pass incomplete right to the hands of Brandon Woolridge. Falls incomplete. Stop the clock. 3:33 to go. Competition.
Yes.
In the Battlefield District. If you had to pick out two teams that would give you the most competition in the Battlefield, what two teams would that?
I think King George has a good team. They're led by Jalen Stepney, is a big 6'6" guy that gave us 30 both games last year.
Yeah.
And Caroline has a really good team.
And off to Johnson out to the 30-yard line, 35 down.
Hard-nosed football runner, A.J. Johnson.
Nice draw play.
Yes.
Nice draw play.
So the Yellow Jackets pick up a first down there. Well, I tell you what, you don't have to score. You want to play keep away here. This is a team. You can just put together a drive and run some time off the clock. You want a moral victory.
Nanny.
So first and 10 for James Monroe at the 30-yard line. Pitch. Got to get on the ball, and they didn't get it. It was a pitch to a trailing back. Johnson. I guess you could fault both players on that.
Absolutely.
Quarterback and Johnson. So Eastern View, they don't listen to us up here. but we remain cool.
Got to keep playing. It's another half.
Yep. So 1st and 10 for Eastern View at the James Monroe 26-yard line, 27-yard line. We're going to put a football head coach's hat on you in a minute here, Carlos.
Okay.
1st and 10 to go for Eastern View. It's going to be number 4 around the right side. This guy hits those
look at
trays.
this.
And finally ridden out of bounds on the far side of the field. Injured JM player slow getting up. But he puts his hand on the back of that lineman and waits till the last second, then he cuts it upfield.
These backs are small, low to the ground. They play with good leverage, so
yep.
We got to do a better job of wrapping up.
They are something that's strong and fast.
Eastern View run around the right side are good. That's number 21. That's Chase Brow, 5'8", 161 senior. So Shea has done a great job tonight. So 2:35 to go here in this first half of play. JM trailing 37-0. Knocking at the door with a 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Quarterback from the pistol. Handoff. And the Yellow Jackets, well, they held him up there, and the lead is what got him the touchdown.
That's tough.
Yes. So Eastern View putting more points on the board. When are you going to pull your starters? 3rd quarter.
That's a new guy that scored there. Was that 34 or 24?
I didn't see it, though. Extra point attempt here by Eastern View. That's number 20 again. Garrett Hutchison. And a whistle. Penalty marker on the play. Let's see what that's all about. All right, Carlos. You're trailing 44-0 at the half. As a head coach, when you go into the locker room, what do you tell them?
That's tough. I've been in this situation, even in basketball. I think we were probably losing by this many points at the end of the season last year. I mean, I kind of joke with my guys and say, if I could cut the lights off and y'all go get on the bus and we can, or you can stay here and fight.
So the extra point is good. 44-0. We'll keep it right here with 2:11 to go. So do you have one of those high-spirited talks, or are you even keeled? Where are you when it comes to?
I don't know. I just go by feeling. Sometimes I like the kids to take ownership. At times I don't say anything because I think the fight needs to come from them.
Right.
They constantly hearing us trying to. Shouldn't have to motivate you to play a game that you love.
Right.
There's some great kids on this team, and they gotta look at each other and figure this out.
And somebody was telling me the other day about this team. They were all on winning teams at JV teams, and so they're used to winning. Oh my goodness. He wants to be a Kappa man. Let it go in. Yep, into the end zone for a touchback. So you gotta. What kind of coach did you have? How about you, Bob? What kind of coach did you have when you were down a few points? Was it that rah-rah
No,
get your feet off my furniture type talk.
It seemed like it was a challenge to your manhood after a while. You know,
Yeah.
so, what are you guys on? I won't say what they called us, but
yeah, some of that talk in the locker room you can't repeat.
yeah, exactly.
So 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Zach Davis, the quarterback, and a pass and a catch. And that's Woolridge with the reception, just shy of picking up the first down on the far side.
Like to see a little up tempo right here.
Yeah.
A little sense of urgency.
Yeah, no huddles.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let's press it a little bit here.
Just
A yard shy of picking up the first down, 2nd and short, facing the Yellow Jackets at their 29-yard line. Minute 55 and counting down here in this first half. Yellow Jackets down 44-0. Yellow Jackets got to pick up this first down, and they do, out to the 35-yard line. You know, in a team like Eastern View, not only are they very good offensively and defensively, but you can't turn the ball over against them.
Absolutely.
They punished us at least on 3 or 4 occasions.
Yep.
Mistake-free football.
That's right. And that might give you a chance.
Absolutely.
So 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Trips to the near side of the field. You got to hurry up and get off the field, son. Yellow Jackets quarterback Jack Davis. Zach with the pressure. Injured
That don't look good.
Eastern View player. Went down on his own, didn't he?
Looked like he got caught up on one of the guys.
I was going to say, yeah.
Looks more like a knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, they preach gang tackling, and then if you get over there and you get caught the wrong way, you're going to get hurt.
And like I had said earlier, Carlos, not tonight in press box, but you and I have talked at school. Hopefully we can do some of your games this year.
You know I would love that.
And we'd love to do them too.
Yes,
so,
and
and I'm looking down and I'm not getting ahead.
That's all right.
You ever have a guy on your team, and it's a real nitty-gritty time, and you're looking at your bench and you want somebody to go in and they all look the other way. Jim just did that to me.
We want to see you there too, Tim.
So, got a timeout on the field still. That injured player seems to be up and okay. It's number 17. Zachary Brown, 6-footer, 215, junior.
Wow, he's not putting any weight on that leg.
Other Yellow Jacket sports teams, the boys cross country team.
You hate to see injuries like that, particularly he's an underclassman. We don't know what it will do for his high school
The
career.
University field hockey team was district with a 1-0 victory over Eastern View. And the 2017 James Road golf team brought home the district hardware for the first time since 2000.
1 minute, 21 seconds to go in this first half. Been a long first half. Yellow Jackets, Davis. I think he did a good job to hold on to it as long as he did.
Yeah, he
didn't
did.
want to risk an interception.
Yeah, he pumped it twice, and after that, you know you're going down probably.
Got to tuck that football away, though. Davis, another sack. 3rd and about 17 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Well, don't want to make a mistake here. 42 seconds to go. This Eastern View team, they'll take advantage of any opportunity to score. Zach, handoff. You got to get these guys in space here. Got a lot of speed on this GMT. Love that jet sweep.
Yeah, you know, I was just going to say something wide like that and just break out of that blocking and go.
13 seconds remaining in this first half of football. Yellow Jackets will not get a playoff.
Looks like that's going to do it, folks. No need to
4 seconds.
the first half. Yellow Jackets trail 4-4.
That's going to end the first half of play here at Maury Stadium on a chilly fall night. 9th game of the season. It's Easton View 44, James Monroe nothing. We'll be back to talk more with Carlos and Bob Blackburn with all the details of tonight's first half coming up right after this. For me. And they do a great job, Bob.
Yeah, they're small in size, but they are very precise.
Yeah.
And
you say precise, and I say loud.
Okay, all right.
So they're a combination of both, right?
Isn't that good, though, for your band?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, all right.
And Carlos Evans, our first half guest tonight. Certainly enjoyed Carlos here in the press box with us. Not only does this guy know a lot about basketball, but he's right on top of his football.
You can't live in Alabama and not know.
That's so right, Bob. That's so right.
Football, so you're all set for this season. Your chances are good in the battlefield. Where do you go from there?
Region. They've switched up the classifications this year, so there's a lot of good teams in 3A, and we have to go through the Richmond schools. So I don't want to look past the battlefield, but my goals are set on state championships. Yeah. So everything we do is kind of built towards that. It's going to be a challenge for us, but I think my guys are up for the challenge. I know I'm ready. If you're going to play, you're going to win it all.
I like the sound of this. I really do.
Look, he was looking at me, Bob, with his game face on. So, yes,
no kidding. That's
you convinced us. So, Coach, good luck to you. And like I said, anything we can do to help the program out, hopefully we can get up and broadcast some of your games and expose your team and the players. And that's something, we used to do that quite a bit some time ago, but we got away from it. But we're going to get back to that because we have some winning programs up at James Monroe High School. Cross-country team won the Battlefield District. Boys, field hockey lost to Easton View, am I correct? Girls?
But they came back and beat them today, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah, so.
Okay. So nothing but winning ways up at James Monroe High School. Yes. We're so proud to be a part. We look up at scoreboard now, 44-0. Carlos, trust me, believe me, it's been so long and forever since we've ever seen something like that. I mean, that's what we have done to other schools. What's it, 14 years, Bob, we've been in the playoffs?
Yeah, and it
could be 15 this year.
Yeah, exactly. And how can you go wrong with that?
That's right. So we're not upset. We're being patient with this year's team, and got some great kids on this year's team and some kids that'll be coming back next year. With a combination of these kids returning and some JV players stepping up, the program seems to be doing quite well.
Yes. I think now it's one of those things down 44-0. You have to kind of start preparing for the playoffs. If you know you're going to get there, just take it one play at a time. I mean, Easton View, I think they're too good to give this lead up.
Yes.
But you still have to play the game. So I know that's what Survey's kind of talking to the guys about in the locker room right now. If I know Survey, you just got to keep fighting, man. Just keep fighting.
And if there's any guy that can motivate you, it's got to be Coach Survey. I mean, this guy has done this all the way back to 1981 when he first came here from Stafford. He was assistant coach, but I mean, winning years and championships, that's what this guy is all about. And we take our hats off to Coach Survey, his coaching staff, and all the players and what they've done this year. I mean, it's not a swan song, but it is encouraging to know that these fans and the guys here in the press box still support what they do out there on the field.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And JM has traditionally had great support, and it's a rolling athletic machine, you know.
Yeah.
I would think of no other place to be than Fredericksburg at JM. You know, I tell my wife all the time, I say if I can somehow win a few state championships here at James Monroe, I think the city would be behind me like nothing else. I even told Survey, I said, you know, I want to catch you one day. He said, how about you just win your first one? So I'm still chasing, man. It's year 2, but we headed in that direction.
Well, I certainly would play for you with that attitude.
There you go. Might as well, if you're going out there and putting the time in, you might as well go ahead and win everything.
Absolutely. And it's a year-round thing now. So.
Carlos, thank you so much for visiting with us. Here in the press box, and it's been a pleasure to talk with you. And you have nothing to do next Friday night. We'll be back here the same place. Absolutely. Come and pay us a visit again.
Will do. And
we'll talk more football, more basketball. And right now I'm going to turn it over to Bob Blackburn with all the highlights. We have none. It's the View, Scott.
Okay. All right. Hey, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Didn't take long for Eastern View to establish their dominance. At 10-10 in the first quarter, they scored their first touchdown. 27-yard TD catch by Trey Holmes, and the point after was good, made it 7-0. They came back at 8:27 with an 85-yard punt return by Dago Hunter, and the point after was once again good, 14-0. Scored again at 5:56 on a 41-yard TD run by Trey Holmes. Point after was good, 21-0. Eastern View scored a safety on JM, and of course that made it 23-0. Eastern View closed out the first quarter at 2:57 with another touchdown pass to Zach Thomas. The point after was good and made it 30-0 at the end of the first quarter. JM was able to come back a bit and defense them a little bit better, but with a block punt, Eastern View scored at 3:37 of the second quarter. Point after was good, made it 37-0, and the final score that Eastern View had was at 2 minutes and 11 seconds with a 4-yard TD run by Vini is the way I saw it. And anyway, the point after was good. That made it Eastern View 44 and James Monroe nothing. From here at Maury Stadium, these are the first half stats. And Herman, I'm turn it back to you. I'm just looking for some cheering up. Okay, we're good.
Jim loves that.
Welcome back.
I put on the wrong headset and cut Carlos's headset off. And a wonderful technician person, Jim, loves it when things like that happen. So it's halftime. Yellow Jackets have a huge mountain to climb in the second half. But we're looking for what? Respectability. A couple of touchdowns, hold them to maybe one or two more.
I think we put a down payment in the second quarter there. We held them to half the scores that they had in the first quarter. Maybe that momentum will pick up. I'd love to see JM's score, and if that's possible, this is everything Eastern View has been built up to be. This is it. They average I think about 52 points a game, and they average I think 11 on defense. So that's a pretty big spread there.
Well, we're going to come back a little bit early just before the third quarter kickoff, and we'll talk about the Yellow Jackets' chances in the playoffs in 3B. All of that coming up. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you. Welcome back to Maury Stadium. Yellow Jackets set to kick off to Eastern View. It's a booming kick. Taken at the 3, 5, 10, 15. Up the middle, into the secondary, and he's going to be slowed down into JM territory. You got to hit this guy.
Wow.
And finally knocked it out of bounds in James Monroe territory. That's a return of about 53 yards.
Right up the middle. Wow. Usually he'll set a wall up on the left or the right, but he just came right through the whole crowd there.
Right through the hole. And that's going to be
5, 2, 8, 3, 5, 3.
1st and 10 for Easton View at James Monroe's 45-yard line.
You know, the 50-50 giveaway will probably go to an Eastern View person, too.
You think they'll win that, too?
I tell you what. Yeah, you know, it's like you said before, I don't know that we've lost this school, and tonight they are a very powerful team.
Yes, they are. 1st and 10. And that's going to be number 4, getting to the outside, pulled down from behind. Is that Shea Sproul? And on the stop. On the carry, that's Trey Holmes on the carry for Easton View. Pickup of 12 yards. Advancing the ball down to the James Monroe 33-yard line.
You notice how well they follow their blockers.
Yes.
It's incredible. And then when the blockers disappear, they're still going. Amazing.
So 1st down at 10 yards to go. Now they run the reverses. Number 24 on the carry.
They got their own 24. It looks like a pretty good runner.
That was Vini on the carry for Easton View.
Yeah, James Monroe could use a good stop here on that opening drive, and that'll let you know how the second half might go, and they just need to get the big plays going.
2nd down and 5 yards to go for Easton View at the JM 28-yard line. Quarterback rolling to his left, and he kind of dumps it off, but it falls incomplete. Intended for number 24, Jalen Vini. And the quarterback, first time tonight, Bob, he's really felt any pressure.
Yeah, and that's a good sign.
Yes.
It brings up 3rd and 5. It's almost like a regular team here. So let's see what they can come up with.
So that falls incomplete, stopping the clock at 10:07. Clock has not stopped. It's a running clock here. 3rd and about 5 yards to go. And that's going to be number 4. Looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield. Look at him following his blockers, Bob, but he stepped out of bounds.
Wow.
Down at about the 13-yard line. He puts his arm in the center of that lineman's back and just follows him right on downfield.
Yeah, and you have to think about the lineman has to be almost faster than the back.
That's right.
You stay out in front of him. It's incredible.
So another 1st down for Easton View. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cyclones at the James Monroe 13-yard line. Quarterback, pistol. And the quarterback calls his own number, gets in his secondary. He's going to be tripped up right around the 6-yard line. And that will set up a 2nd down. And about a yard to go for Easton View at the James Monroe 6-yard line. They're not letting up, are they, Bob?
Not at all. They just they're out there for business only.
Flag coming out. Penalty mark on the play. Nice defensive play by James Monroe. Stopping the ball player. It's going to be legal motion penalty against the Cyclones. Battlefield District Class 4, Region 4B. Head coach Greg Hatfield up in Culpeper, Virginia. They've had some good teams in the past, and I remember Easton View when they first opened up there, Bob, and we went up there a couple of times and beat this Easton View team. So I don't have any recollection of Easton View ever beating us. I might be wrong.
No, I think the last time that we played, I remember going out, and Easton View was mad because they got close, but they didn't win. They gave it their best shot.
Penalty against the Cyclones. Second and about 7. Run up the middle. Still on his feet, looking at that goal line. Unable to get in. Pulled down right around the 1-yard line. That's going to be a first down, setting up a 1st and goal for Easton View. Is that another penalty?
Didn't see anything.
Nope. No. Going to spot it right around the 1-yard line. So Easton View looking at another touchdown here. Ball at the James Monroe 1-yard line. See if the quarterback will keep it here. Quarterback looking to throw the football. It's going to be a fade pattern in the corner of the end zone over the intended receiver's head. It falls incomplete. Stopping the clock with 7:54. Clock continues to run. I'm sorry. No more incomplete passes that will stop the clock.
Exactly. And what will? A first down will stop it.
And I think a penalty.
Probably would, yeah.
So the clock continues to run here in this third quarter. 44-0. Easton View looking for more here. Kind of insult to injury, Bob, for them to throw the football too.
Well, I figure they probably want to work on part of their game that they haven't.
And the quarterback stretches the ball across the goal line, and it is good. 50-0 outscore. Thought it was going to be. Thought Easton View was going to beat the Yellow Jackets, but I didn't mean a spanking like this.
Yeah, this it's kind of like they're on a roll.
Yep. But the playoffs right around the corner. We got one final regular season game next week. So extra point is good. It's 51-0. And we'll keep it right here.
Well, let's see.
Clock stopped after that extra point.
Yeah, now they're going to be forced to kick to the Jackets here.
Boy, I wouldn't want to do that, would you?
They're saying, I know you don't want to give the ball up, but you're going to have to give it up here, okay?
Let's watch the players, Bob. Let's concentrate on the JM players and see what their attitudes are like under duress here. 51-0. Is that a word worse than duress?
Yeah, it's time to. It's time to take something from the take small blessings here.
Yes. Looking at Easton View, Bob, they've got looks like a lot of clean jerseys out there. So Mr. Hatfield, the Easton View coach, might have pulled his starters. Here's a kick. It's a line drive kick taken by one of the upbacks. On a return for the Yellow Jackets, bounces to the outside and finally pushed out of bounds. That was number 7 on a return for the Yellow Jackets. Aiden Ryan on a return. Nice return.
Yeah. Got it out over the 30-yard line. We'll take that any day.
So 7:04 to go here in this third quarter. 51-0. Certainly glad to have you all along tonight. Cox Channel 83. A little mix up in the backfield, and the Yellow Jackets just can't generate any offense. You know, those are the same starters on defense that are in there now. Big number 77, number 3 still in that secondary. So
yeah, you know, it's like they have a good point spread. I think it was averaging 11 points a game, and
yes.
They probably want to hang on to that stat.
Greg Hatfield, the coach for Easton View, has not called off the Dogs yet. 6'10" and counting down. Zach Davis, the quarterback. Zach gets a snap, fakes the throw, is going to run it, and he's going to be tackled at least 5 yards out of bounds, and no flag on the play. Paris Owen, 6-footer, 225 junior, kind of rode him 5 yards out of bounds and no flag.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's getting awful close to the bench there.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 7 yards to go. 5:40 to go here in this third. We've got a running clock now with a 51-0 advantage by Eastern View. That means that normal stoppages of play are being ignored here in the second half. Pump. Zach's looking downfield. He's got to get away, and he's going to be pulled down. That should be unnecessary roughness against number 77.
Yeah.
Jeff Stallings, 6'2", 290, 10th grader. Boy, this kid's going to be a monster.
No kidding. Wow.
Speaking of Halloween, right around the corner. I thought when you lift a player up in the air and sling him to the ground.
That was a wrestling move there,
yeah.
wasn't it?
So not only is this Eastern View team everything they said it was offensively, but they've got a pretty good defense as well. They will go a long way in the playoffs. Best team we've seen this year.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just man per man, yep.
4th down here for the Yellow Jackets. It's a new punter in there. It's number 2 on the fly, number 3 on the return. And that's Diego Hunter on the return for Eastern View.
Tell you one thing, he's not a big guy, but he can really cover the yardage. Yeah.
Like a water bug, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But they say this kid can play. If he was a little bit bigger, I was talking with Steve DeShazo of the Freelance Star before we went on the air, and he said if this guy was blessed with a little bit more height, colleges all over the country would be contacting him because he's just that good of an athlete.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Eastern View at the James Monroe 40-yard line. 3:55 and counting down here in the third quarter. That's number 3 on his sweep around the right side. Look at this guy hesitates and puts on the Jets, and he finally taken down inside 35 to about 32-yard line.
Yeah, you know, it might be time for the offense to get a little more of a break here.
And you know what I'm really surprised at? Maybe Coach Hatfield is waiting for the third quarter to end before he pulls his starters. But, I mean, he's still got his starters in there. He's still looking for more points with 51 up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I got to get the average because they need one more point for that, right?
2nd and a yard to go for Eastern View. And that was the quarterback. And gang tackled. I don't think he got that first down.
That looked as close to a busted play as I've seen, but then I don't know that.
Dion Carter checking into the JM defensive front. 5'10", 330, a junior. And number 72 coming out. That's Tyrone Greenhow. He's had a good game. So 3rd down and inches to go here for Eastern View at the James Monroe 31-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go. And a delay up the middle into the secondary. 15, 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown. So Eastern View scoring again. Is that out, buddy?
Is that
number 3?
What's his name? Trey Holmes? No, Diego Hunter.
Diego Hunter. Hunter on the carry. What was that, a 31-yard touchdown?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it was shorter than that. I'm sorry, Bob.
Oh, was it?
21. Let's try 21. You know what? It really doesn't matter. And there's The kick is up. This guy has been perfect place kicker for Easton View. 57-0 our score. And Easton View, the big question here is whether Coach Hatfield for Easton View will ever pull his starters. So, seem to be scoring at will now. They're talking about Easton View.
That's still 2:14 left in the third quarter, right?
Excuse me, Bob. 2:14 remaining.
Okay, I'm going to try to get the Jackets rolling down the field. One's the same drive or a long one is either one is fine. Let's go, guys.
Medium range kick on a return for the Yellow Jackets. It was a small hole that closed quickly on a return for the Yellow Jackets. That's Aiden Ryan. And once again, the Yellow Jackets in their territory. Have they been in Easton View's territory any tonight?
Yeah. And I think first half or in the first half for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But not this half, no.
2:05 remaining in his third quarter. 58-0 our score. Easton View on defense. The Yellow Jackets. Quick hitter up the middle into the secondary, out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. About a yard shy of picking up was that Conaway on the carry?
Yeah, it looked like him. Yeah, that's him. And he runs down low, and he usually gets some positive yardage on every play.
So second and short. I'll do a little play action here on second down. Minute 20 remaining here in the third quarter. The Yellow Jackets, they've got the first down out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. James Monroe putting together a drive here, Bob.
Yeah, as rough as it sounds, they need to do at least one sustained drive. Yeah.
Do a lot for their confidence going into next week's game. Big game next week. Regular season finale against Caroline right here at Monroe Stadium. Yellow Jackets keeping the ball on the ground. A couple of nice blocks out there, out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. First sustained type of drive tonight by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, they're working with some of their other running backs now, Conaway especially, and then that ball carry. I don't see AJ in there. Let me see if I can spot him.
2nd and 7 yards to go. 12 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Trips to the near side of the field. Operating from the pistol formation. Conaway on the carry again, diving forward. Down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line in Easton View territory.
Yeah, he may be leading the way out there, maybe giving the guys a little courage.
So that's going to end the third quarter play here at Monroe Stadium. Battlefield District matchup, Easton View. That's league leading Easton View. On top of the Yellow Jackets, 58-0. We'll be back after this timeout. Bob, let's see whose pride will win out here. Well, the Yellow Jackets want to score enough, or will Eastern View's defensive prowess say, no, we're going to shut the door on this goose egg. The Yellow Jackets taking a timeout here. We'll keep it right here, Dr. Blackburn.
Yeah, I think, they need to pound this one out. They really do.
So tonight, important 3B games. Armstrong hosting Hanover. Thomas Jefferson at William Campbell. John Marshall at J.R. Tucker. L.C. Bird hosting George Wythe. Skyline at Brentsville. Culpeper playing host to Manassas Park. And William Monroe traveling to Warren County. So all of those schools, very important matchups tonight in the 3B category. Thomas Jefferson, Spotsylvania, James Monroe in that order, first, second, and third, followed by Warren County. So the Yellow Jackets, Bob, right in the thick of things as we continue play here. First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Johnson in motion. Zach has a man. It's going to be number 6, and he let him out of bounds on that play. Zion Alston, the intended receiver. He's had that a couple of times and just can't hook up with it.
Yeah, just it needs to lead him, and he needs to look over the right shoulder. It looks like to me he's,
throwing it to the outside shoulder.
Mm.
So that falls incomplete. 11:29 here in this fourth quarter. 58-0. If I did not or had not said the score, 58-0. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets, that's going to be A.J. Johnson. Hit that hole and cut it back inside, and was nothing there. Pickup of maybe 2 yards, setting up a third, and about 7 yards to go. So looking at the standings, Bob, in the Battlefield District, I'm not the Battlefield District, but the 3B. Yellow Jackets are in pretty good shape. And if they beat Carolina next week, it pretty much guarantees them of a home game.
Wouldn't that be something?
Playoff game. So third, there are some folks that are saying that they could win the 3B region. It's going to be a false start. Number 23 for the Yellow Jackets came out of that stance. That's going to cost them 5 yards.
Yep, and it's going to make them throw. I don't think they'll try to run on third and long.
So once they mark the football, the clock will start again. Zach Davis has gone all the way tonight. That's their quarterback. They had a little quarterback controversy to start the season off, but Zach has won that position outright. And third down and about 12 yards to go, and they keep it on the ground. And the question here is, I guess if you go for it on third and long, that means you're going to definitely go for it here on fourth down.
Yeah, and I was surprised he didn't throw, but then he did give it to A.J. Johnson, and he can usually weave if you don't expect him coming. He
get outside. Not weaving his bobbing. Right?
He's weaving. That's right. He's not weaving his bob. Wow, the Jackets got we're in throwing formation here, but he hands off on a draw play. Okay, it's going to be short.
Don't particularly like that call.
No, it's almost like giving in a little bit.
You know what I will credit the Yellow Jackets team with? Good sportsmanship. I mean, they're getting an old-fashioned whipping out there right now, 58-0, and we have not seen any tempers flare, any extracurricular stuff. So you have to credit the coaching and the players on this JM team, because it's so easy to get frustrated when you're losing like this, and these players have kept their composure and seem to be doing well, and that's a sign of a team with good character.
Yeah, I like that you pointed that out, because it would be so easy just to go low, you know.
That's right. So 1st and 10 for Easton View. And I think we got a new running back in there for Easton View.
Yeah, that's the first time I think we've called his number.
41. No 41 on that roster.
Oops.
8 minutes, 17 seconds to go in this football game. 2nd down. And a long 3 for Easton View. Ball at their 46-yard line. I'm Herman Kay alongside Bob Blackbird, bringing you this Battlefield District matchup. And the Yellow Jackets staying home and defense that well. So maybe a short gain of a yard on that running play.
Yeah, I see Conaway in there on D.
Yeah.
He just wants to play tonight and just see if he can get things fired up a little bit.
And plus, Bob, the Yellow Jackets have to realize that their season is not over.
Exactly, yeah.
They could prove a whole lot of things if they win next Friday night and win a couple of games in the playoffs.
Number 15 there, Blake Lee. Will not get the first down. 4th down and 2.
Shorter picking up the first down.
Have we seen Easton View punt tonight?
Once.
Okay.
And that was toward the first half.
Yeah. Okay, let's see who's back to do the chores here, and who's going to perform the miracle run coming up here.
He's going to run with that football now. He kicks it. I'm sorry.
Number 8 kick out of bounds.
That was what you call your basic ugly kick.
Yeah. And it went out of bounds. It was a merciful thing, right?
So the Yellow Jackets get the ball at their 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Boy, to make that night if they can get a touchdown.
Who we get? We still have Zach at quarterback. Yes.
Let's see, Bob. Zach is still in there.
Still in there. Okay.
What do you do play-by-play, Bob?
Okay. Let's see. All right. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. The give is to number 23, Conaway on the right side. And as usual, he churns his way down, gets some plus yardage, and it looks like the Jackets will. Got an injury down on the field, but looks like the Jackets will have about 6.5 or 7 to go for the first down. But
injured JM player, Bob, down on the field on his back, right around the 47-yard line. Yellow Jackets take a knee. The players. 6:06 remaining. Big number 78, Dion Carter, 5'10", 330, checking into the JM lineup. Number 54, that's Kerry Young. 55 for the Yellow Jackets, Elijah Wilkins, 6'4", 263. Trying to pick up some of the numbers that's in there. Will Dyer. Will is the center, too, for all the extra points and stuff.
Yeah, he does a nice job. Anyway, the JM player's up, number 72.
Tyrone Greenhow.
He's a player.
Yes, he's a player. Let's see, what year for Tyrone? He's a senior. A lot of these players, Bob, don't want to end their season.
No.
particularly the seniors out there.
But you know, the potential of this team to run deep into the playoffs is pretty darn good. All we have to do is realize it. Ouch. I said ouch. You know, Zach looked like he was okay. I'll try to look for a little room. Boom. Well, maybe I won't. Got to throw on this one, I guess. Nope. Oh, Zach keeps it. Not a bad little run there on the right side. And the bad thing is it's fourth down now, fourth and 4, and I guess they're going to run it again. I think they're done passing.
Number 34 checking into the jam lineup. This guy sounds like he should be a member of a law firm, Bob.
Yeah.
Edward Hampton Jr.
Okay. No.
Attorneys at law.
You got it.
Fourth down and about 3 yards to go at midfield. Yellow Jackets, and it almost caught them off guard. But so that possession will end right there at midfield. Easton View taking over on downs. Yellow Jackets just can't get a break tonight.
No, it's a shame because they've you know, they looked like they were making a turn there in the second quarter, and of course they were already down by 30 points, and just didn't happen.
So first and 10 for Easton View, and I think they've taken all of their starters out. I watched Zach Davis as he came off the field, Bob, and Easton View fumbles the football. Yellow Jackets unable to come up with it. But I watched Zach come off the field to see how his teammates reacted to him. And they were still giving him high fives as if to say, we're with you. It's not all your fault. It's our fault. It's a team loss. And so they're still supporting each other out there, and it's a great thing to see.
It is. It really is. And they know that they still have a chance to do a little extra season here.
Yeah.
So.
Loss of 2 yards on that fumble by Easton View, setting up a second down, and about 12 yards to go from their 47-yard line. 3:24 here in the fourth quarter, and Easton View got breaking to the outside. Look at that block on the edge, and he steps out of bounds at the James Monroe 39-yard line. He needed about 13 yards for that first down.
Yeah, we're going to have to continue to call him he because they don't have a 41.
So we'll call him
the masked man.
Man.
The running back.
Yep. Needed 13. He got 14 yards on that run. That's enough for Easton View first down. Yeah, you got some fresh jerseys in there. Got the reserves in there for Easton View. And a big play. Number 10, Lloyd Johnson. Coming up. Where's Lloyd been all night?
Yeah, I know.
He was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he was right on that play.
Yes. Loss of yards.
Right.
We don't do those kind of stats. I heard that.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So loss of yards on that play, setting up a second down. And about 14 yards to go for Easton View. Minute 51 to go. That's going to be a run into the secondary. Has the first down right at the first down marker. Looked like they were spotted at the 30-yard line. But they go to the bench and get some players just as good as the starters, don't they?
Yeah, that's a little depressing.
So Yellow Jackets' pride at stake here now. They don't want to let Easton View, their reserves, put a touchdown on the board. Minute 16 to go. First and make it 3rd and inches here for Easton View. I thought they picked up the first down, but a little bit shy. Quarterback keeper has the first down. Down near the 20. They might spot it right at the 21-yard line. 64 going in. That's Ronnie Johnson, 5'7", 226, junior. Putting the big boys in now, Bob.
Yeah, they got
Keyshawn Nelson, 5'8", 370, junior.
Is that number 78 coming out?
78 coming in, replaced by number 76.
Okay.
So you only lose, you actually lose 40 pounds.
Whoa.
370 and 330.
I could lose 40 pounds.
Hey,
all right.
that'll take me every bit of 6 months. Now they're taking a knee there. So Easton View taking a knee. That's going to pretty much wrap it up here. 58-0. Take another knee here, Bob. That'll be it.
Yeah, these guys are everything they were said to be. And I think the only thing that could stop them is overconfidence.
10 seconds remaining in this football game, and Easton View will pick up that 9th win of the season and remain undefeated as they down the Yellow Jackets tonight here at home, 58-0. We'll be back with our wrap-up coming up right after this timeout. Welcome back to Mars Stadium as we begin to wrap it up. Bob, 58-0 our final score, and here's Bob Blackburn with the wrap-up.
You mean the obituary? I shouldn't say that. Well, Easton View came early and often in the first quarter, and at 10-10 they had a 27-yard TD catch by Trey Holmes, and the point after was good, 7-0. Easton View back at 8:27 with an 85-yard punt return by Dago Hunter. Point after was good, 14-0. Easton View scored on a 41-yard TD run by Trey Holmes. Point after was good, made it 21-0. And then the insult, but remember we were saying they saved some points, but anyway, Easton View scored again at 4:41 on a safety. And that made it 23-0. They scored one more time in the first quarter at 2:51 on a 15-yard TD pass from Zach Thomas. To Zach Thomas, sorry, and the point after was good, made it 30-0. That was the end of the first quarter score. Easton View scored again after a fumble at 3:37. After a fumble, then there was a blocked punt by JM, and they scored again and made it 37-0. Easton View. They scored again at 2:11 on a 4-yard touchdown run by Vini. Point after was good, 44-0 going into the third quarter. Easton View came and scored two times in the third quarter at 7:14 on a 1-yard run by Matt Lowry. The point after was good. That made it 51-0 favor of Easton View, and their final score of the game came at 2:14 of the third quarter on a 21-yard TD run by Hunter. Point after was good, 58-0. No score in the fourth quarter, and Easton View comes away with a big victory, 58-0 here at Maury Stadium.
And to remain undefeated on the season as Easton View, the Cyclones, picked up their 9th win against 0 losses. The Yellow Jackets record will fall to 3-6 as the finale, the regular season game coming up next Friday night right here at Monroe Stadium. Carolina Cavaliers coming to town and take on the Yellow Jackets, a must-win situation for James Monroe. And it certainly will help their chances, Bob, in the 3B region playoffs. And right now the Yellow Jackets are still alive, and if they could beat Carolina next week, that will put them in a position where they could have a home playoff game.
Yeah, that'd be something. It would be good for the morale after, first losing season in a long time.
Sometimes it pays off to be a little bit lucky to good because everything seems to be falling in place for the Yellow Jackets, even though they have lost some games this season. So Yellow Jackets, we got to look up. We got to support these young fellows because the new season will be coming up in 2 weeks, and the Yellow Jackets could go a long way in that playoff bracket in that 3B region. So once again, the final score of 58-0. So for Bob Blackburn and Jim Chandler, I'm Herman Kay saying so long from Monroe Stadium.